Hey everybody, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're at Dallas and we're stacked. Go Dallas. Go to Fort Worth. Airport for leaving us 3 hours. Oh man, what a travel. We had a good time though. We did some shows in North Carolina. Then we flew to Arkansas Thursday where we had a show Friday night. Thank you so much everyone at Temple Live. It was awesome. We loved it. And then we flew back home Saturday. It was a wild time. We had some experiences with American Airlines, but
nothing that they could help. I mean, when you have hydraulic fluid leaking from the airplane, and we sat 2 hours.
Well, the attendant not being there at the desk when we went into the Fort Smith, Arkansas airport on the way home was not our fault. We were there 52 minutes before our flight, and there was no one there to check us in, which we had to sit at the airport for 4 hours and 32 minutes waiting for the plane to come in. So thank you for that. But nevertheless, that's the least of our problems. There's people out there going through a lot more.
We got home at 2 a.m.
We're supposed to be home at 7 p.m. Saturday evening, and we got home at 2:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. So anyway,
good times. But we were walking through the Dallas airport, and it was like, oh my gosh, I love these colors.
We love these shirts, and we went ahead and got them, and we went ahead and started twinning.
We got them.
We was going twinning. We had a good time. We really enjoyed it. We were awesome crowds. Thank you so much for everyone that came. We can't wait to be at a town near you. Again, if you want tickets to the shows and want to know when they're coming up, just go to comediandarrennight.com. Scroll to the bottom of the website there, and you'll see all of the shows, best prices, and everything.
Yeah, and our next show is Bristol, Tennessee.
So Bristol, Tennessee, they did a phone interview yesterday with them that lasted about an hour and a half, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. So they're Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia. I guess the line runs to there. Anyway, that will be there, and we'll be at the Premier Theater, I think it is.
I think so.
And so either way, we'll be there. If you'd like to come, we'd love to have you there. It's a Friday night show. Should be a good time. Good kickoff for the weekend. So let's just jump right into it.
Yes.
I'm Darren, aka Southern Mama.
And I'm Red Squirrel. We're here with Wild
and Funny News. All right, we're going right into it. If you haven't heard yet, the Olympics is a big deal right now.
Yes.
Now, I haven't really watched a lot of it. I actually went for a long time without watching it, but I did watch some of the swimming, and I did watch some a little bit of everything. I watched some of the golf, watched the ping pong, but anyway, so a lot going on there, and they got a lot of celebrity guests coming in there, but they got some that's more recognized than others. Some other big stories coming up. I think one of the biggest stories this year of the Olympics is the penis. That's right. The male appendage is taking over all headlines, from the catapulting and knocking the pole over with that gigantic penis.
The pole knocked the pole over.
Yeah, guy with a third leg. Never not a good idea for that sport to have such a large endowment. But and then what is the Frenchman, the swimmer's name? Sorry, there's so many stories we're following with the Olympics right now. But he's making headlines. Also, there's a Netherlands. I think he's from the Netherlands. There's a swimmer. He's a diver, and he can't control the splash, and I don't believe it's that baby's fault either. I'll just put it to you this way: they both did good when they jumped off the diving board, the one board.
I've missed that.
Oh, he's huge.
I have missed that.
The kid's doing well for himself. But anyway,
I missed that.
Whatever. I don't know their names. I don't know who all they are, but it seems to be taking a lot of the top stories. And then, of course, the names they had. Of course, there's Long and Wang. That was the Chinese or Japanese, not even a Korean duet double divers. They did a good job, but their names inside one another were made for headlines too. But a lot of funny stories coming out there. You got an interesting story that's coming out of the Olympics right now.
Little Flav. Yeah, he signs a 5-year sponsorship deal as official hype man for the USA water polo women's and men's national teams.
Wow.
So he saw a post from one of the women on the female, water polo team about, we have to work 2 and 3 jobs when we get back, and it's hard to pay.
That's crazy.
For rent and da 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 da. So he was like, hey, so he stepped in, and he has signed a 5-year sponsorship deal. And this landmark agreement marks a unique fusion of music, entertainment, and sports, aiming to elevate the visibility and excitement surrounding water polo in the United States. So, and I mean, he is going to help them financially. I think what it was, he gave him $1 million.
Several of them got, the whole team, I think, what was it, first a $5 million sign-on bonus? I'm not exactly sure of the numbers. I think some got
$1 million. It was like, do with it what you need to do, So,
Which is really cool. I love seeing celebrities do that. Yes. You know, don't get into politics. Don't don't get into that or whatever. If you want to get, everybody should be in politics in some form or fashion. I believe politics is a big deal. It's the future of our nation, and other nations for that matter. But I mean, instead of just pointing fingers and following a certain agenda that you have no idea what the hell you're talking about, won't you? If you're making these biblical amounts of money, help others. What's amazing to me is that we have representatives on a not national, global stage. The Olympics is a big deal when it comes to being on stage in countries, whatever, and the fact that we're sending billions of dollars to countries for wars that we don't even know, that we don't even want to, as Americans, we don't even want to be a part of, just throwing money away. Then we got literally on the world stage, representatives, athletes representing our nation are working 3 and 4 jobs even just to be That's crazy. So I'm really excited to hear what he's doing. He's doing that.
Well, they're going to do an extensive social media collaboration, and Flavor Flav's influential presence to amplify the sport's reach and engage new audiences. And bring in
Flavor Flav.
Yes.
Y'all thought he was known. He's not, and he still looks good.
He does. He says,
he's never really looked amazing.
As a girl dad and a champion of all sports, I'm excited to bring my energy and voice to this incredible sport. And he says, together we're going to make some serious waves.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I seen his video. I seen his interview. He does look good though. He's changed, and he's never aged. Of course.
I mean, he's never been like a cutie patootie, in his own way, but. He
looks good, but he's doing a good thing. And he was all decked out in his USA.
And he was excited.
Yeah, he was.
He was really excited. So, and the teams are excited. So maybe some other people will do.
Well, they have actually. There has been other stories pop up of other celebrities that are stepping forward and sponsoring their favorite athletes and stuff like that. There was a men's water polo team not polo. It was we got a gold medal in it. I feel terrible right now. What is it? The boating or whatever it is. Anyway, there was another celebrity that stepped forward and paid for a lot of their stuff. They too had the same problems that a lot of them can only to get over there to the village, and once they're there, then they're there. They can compete, but when they get back home, I love hearing stories like that. There's another story coming out though. Speaking of celebrities and money, this is a little bit opposite. I'm sure you have been watching. You've seen the Snoop Dogg. There's a lot of criticism kind of been with the Olympics of the year in the sense they feel like a lot of people feel like they've dropped the ball. They've let some things happen. They're allowing men to beat up on women apparently in the ring. They're letting trans, people that are a bit, I guess really men with certain sports, just kind of like people are dealing with all in different countries across the world when it comes to, it's just crazy. I feel like it's just fueling problems that should never even be there. But they shouldn't. If you're biologically a male, you should be, competing against men. Same way with women, vice versa. That's my opinion. But I just, it's crazy. And then of course the opening ceremony depicting the Last Supper there, and it wasn't so much the characters in the Last Supper depiction for me. It was more or less the actual performance itself made no sense. And then of course the yellow, the blue naked man, and it was just kind of deceptive, and it was kind of barbaric and a bit slanderish. And then
supposedly that's art.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. And then you've got the surfer there that tried to put Jesus Christ on his board. Of course, they wouldn't allow him that. Of course, but when he got that still frame shot, well, that was awesome, right? So he jumps up and he points up to the heavens. So that was great. Well, there's another celebrity in the mix too, Snoop Dogg. If you've been watching any of it, you've seen he's been all up in it. Well, apparently. There's a reason why. He did just take about a 3-week vacation right there. He's not doing it for free. He's making a lot of money, and with the amount of money that is being donated, or the lack of donations, rather, the lack of support for some of these athletes and the jobs that they have to do, the attributes they have to, basically pay for themselves. Then you got celebrities coming in just making. Now, I like Snoop. I like Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop Dogg. He's American icon. This guy.
I want to make Snoop Dogg.
But he's not doing it for free. The 50-year-old entertainer is making reportedly $500,000 a day. A day. It's pretty impressive. Henry McNamara, who is a New York-based venture capitalist and Forbes 30 Under 30 honors honoree, recently shared an interesting tidbit on X. $500,000 a day of the Olympic appearances. If you do the math, including the full 17 days of the Olympics, this is without including all of the things that he needs, his food, lodging, all that stuff, he's standing to make about $8.5 million. And it's also been reported, too, that he may or may not be a judge. He's more likely going to be a judge on the new talent, marketing talent. So NBC is probably looking at this as like a marketing deploy for him. But yeah. It's pretty interesting. I'm sorry, it's The Voice. He's going to be a judge on The Voice, I believe, maybe.
So he does get all of his food and everything paid for.
He is going to be a judge of that coming season of The Voice. So yeah. But yeah, not everyone's a big fan of this. Some are, kind of wailing in on their sides of it. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I tell you this. I wouldn't do it for free. Would you?
I wouldn't do it for free.
No, I wouldn't do it for free.
But I'm kind of like with Flav. I'd be. Snoop Dogg doesn't need.
No.
I need that money.
No.
I mean, and he does now let me say, he does do a lot.
He does,
for
but the money
and children and
the boost he's getting just simply on marketing for this is astronomical. So I mean, throw me $5,000, and how about this? Donate the rest of your earnings, maybe to another USA team that could use some help.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. A lot going on with all that. So whether you're watching it or not. That's our little tidbit.
It kind of deflects from everything else going on in the world.
Yeah.
And what about North Korea and South Korea taking selfies together?
Oh, that's a big move.
After the medal ceremony.
That's
huge.
It just goes to show you that normal citizens just want to love each other and live their life. They just want to, work, that make food, love their family. That's it. It's these global leaders that get involved that make everybody hate each other and all this stuff. Well, this far, poor Israel's over this far from a war and all that stuff. So we'll just wash that away. Listen to the citizens of your country. We don't want any more problems. I think that's a great thing that they did there. We got Phil slipping in here to cut the camera off for us. We want here's Phil. Hey!
I was trying to pole vault and I got hung
up. Phil, you should compete in the Olympic lawyers games.
That's right.
You could argue your fact with someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I love his shirt.
I know.
You got this snarky Snoop Dogg. That's perfect for this episode.
Yeah, I got that for him. My mother's favorite little cartoon character. No,
or Snoopy. I'm sorry, Snoopy.
With Snoopy.
Snoop Dogg, it's all over the place.
Anytime I see Snoopy, I think of my mother. So
where are we at on time real quick?
11 minutes.
Okay,
12 minutes.
Before we, I don't want to go over 13, but real quick, if you were going to do the Olympic sports, which one would you like to do?
Gymnastics.
Aha! What about you, Phil?
When I was young, I wanted to be Mary Lou Retton, and I would practice. For the judges, doing my,
Absolutely.
I would love to be able to do those rings.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
What would you want to do?
Swimming.
Really?
I'm a good swimmer anyway, so maybe not know. Well, now you know.
Gymnastics.
I'm Darren, not AK Southern Mama.
I'm Red Squirrel.
I'm Phil.